What's going on, everybody? My name is David Delano, and today is one of my favorite days of the year, opening day for Major League Baseball season. Thursday, March 27th, 2025. There is a lot to talk about. I'm going to do a brief preview. Some of the previews are going to be a little bit longer than others. Some of these games more I have bigger thoughts on than others. So we're going to talk about each of these Major League Baseball games going on today. Action starts early, so we're going to get into it in just a moment. If you want to follow more of my content, there's a few different places: Instagram or X at Get Sports Strong. Usually once a week over on Sports Grid TV with Gabe Morency. Usually make an appearance on that show. Winnersandwhiners.com. I write daily articles over there for NBA, college basketball, Major League Baseball, and USFL coming up. Also have premium picks, best bets over on Picks and Parlays, winnersandwhiners.com, winning cappers. You can check me out on Winnable / David Delano. It's another site that I own, hitthepick.com. New site that I'm collabing with a couple other great handicappers. I have a Discord group that you can also access through Odd Shopper. So a lot of those different things, those are all platforms that I'm on. So yeah, but follow me on X, leave a comment, subscribe to this YouTube channel. Definitely would appreciate it. And like I said, you can go ahead, link in the description if you want to get my best bets for today or best bets throughout the entire season. Right now, running an early bird special on Major League Baseball. Major League Baseball, my favorite sport to handicap. But let's go ahead and get into it here. All right, first game here. First game on the card here. We're looking at 4:10 Eastern Standard Time. New York Mets plus 110 underdog. Houston Astros minus 130 favorite here. Now at the new Dakin Park, it's going to take me a while to get that one down. Just Minute Maid, just thinking about that. But so you've got Framber Valdez starting for the Astros, and on the other side for the Mets, they're going to be starting Clay Holmes, and Holmes most of his career been out the bullpen, although he has done well in the spring. The games like this, starting pitchers, he could pitch 2, 3 innings, and we'll see what happens. Both of these teams going to be relatively fresh. Astros definitely with some changes. No more Alex Bregman, Jose Altuve out in left field. Don't know how that's going to work. Obviously, the Mets have Juan Soto. You know, the Astros, they've lost their last two opening days after winning 10 straight. Astros, it's hard to go against them at home. But the New York Mets is a team that has really shined on opening days. This one's tricky. I much want to go with the Astros here. One thing about Major League Baseball, and if you're somebody that does want to bet on Major League Baseball, you really got to approach it like the sport of Major League Baseball. You have to have a bankroll, manage it responsibly. You're not going to win every game. You can't try to win every pick because you can't. You gotta think long term. What's going to give you the best odds? And I think the New York Mets here at plus 110. If you take picks at plus 110 odds, you can go less than 50% and win. And so question marks on both sides. Two good teams, but I'm gonna have to go ahead and pick the Mets here. A little uncomfortable, but we're going to take the Mets at plus 110 on the money line. That's going to be the first pick here. All right, another pick. Let's look at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We've got the Milwaukee Brewers taking on the New York Yankees. I can tell you this one's not going to be on my card personally just because of the line. But I'm going to have to go ahead and back the New York Yankees in this spot. Got some questions about Rodon. Peralta, pretty solid on the road last season, but I'm going to go ahead and take the Yankees on the money line minus the 155. Next game here, 3:07 Eastern Standard Time. You've got Over on ESPN Bet, you've got the Orioles -110 and Toronto -110. That means that this one is about a toss, much of a toss up as you could get on opening day. Thing here, I can tell you guys, this one, not one of my favorite plays, really, with Jose Barrios pitching. I really don't like to get involved in any games that he's pitching. One thing for me, it seems like over the last 4 years, whenever I back this guy and have faith in him, he gets smacked around and looks terrible. And whenever I fade him, he looks like a Cy Young candidate. So I don't really want too much to do with this one, but I am going to back Toronto. I will say Barrios has pitched for what it's worth. He's looked good in spring training, better than Eflin, and also Eflin had some road struggles last year. Barrios was pretty solid against the Orioles. When he gets to the bullpen late in the games, I do trust Baltimore a little bit more, but this is also the first game of the regular season. Both bullpens fully rested. I'm going to go ahead and lean on the Toronto Blue Jays -110 in this spot. Let's go ahead and move along here to the we've got Zach Wheeler going up against Mackenzie Gore. I'm going to quickly get into this play here for the Philadelphia Phillies going up against the Washington Nationals. Right now, we've got the Phillies as a -175 favorite, Washington Nationals +145 underdog. Over on BetMGM, you got Zach Wheeler going for the Phillies, going up against Mackenzie Gore for the Nationals. Two pitchers and two teams that are very, very familiar with each other. Gore has had better success. He's had some struggles with the Phillies, but most of that's come on the road. When he's been in his home ballpark, he has fared much better. Zach Wheeler coming off of a strong season. And looking at these starters over their last 5 starts last season, Wheeler with a 1.89 earned run average over his last 5 starts. Mackenzie Gore, 1.26 earned run average there. Got a low total of 7 runs, a little bit of juice on the over. I'm leaning on the under in this one, but I actually like the run line. Expecting a low scoring game. Think, especially with Washington being the home team, they're definitely going to get their 9 at bats. I'm leaning. I'm going to go actually back the. I'm going to go ahead and back the Nationals in this one, not to win, but on the run line. Washington Nationals +1.5, -120. Best bet for today, actually up over on the site on winnersandwiners.com, picks and parlays or winnable. /David Delano is going to be on this game between the Red Sox and the Rangers. So I'm going to go ahead and bypass this. All right, next one here, 4:10 Eastern Standard Time. We got Paul Skeens for the Pittsburgh Pirates going up against Sandy Alcantara for the Miami Marlins. Coming back from Tommy John surgery, Miami Marlins +130. Pittsburgh Pirates -155. Alcantara's looked he's looked strong in this spring training. This should be a low scoring game, but it's a total of 6.5. Here's the thing. I think that the Miami Marlins are probably going to rival the White Sox. I wouldn't be surprised if they end up with the worst record. So, I mean, they could get, 7 shutout innings from the starter, and I still just don't trust this Miami team. Roster overall is horrible, -155. It's a bit juicy, but Pittsburgh Pirates are going to be the play here for me. Looking at Logan Webb going up for the San Francisco Giants. He's going to be going up against Hunter Green. Both of these pitchers here, going to go ahead and take you guys a little bit look behind the curtain. This is going to be one of my premium picks. This is actually my top total play. I'm going to go ahead and talk about it here in this video. I'm looking at the under 8. Logan Webb had an outstanding spring. I expect that to continue. And he's 2-2 with a 1.64 earned run average in 6 career appearances against the Reds, which includes 1-0 with a 1.38 earned run average in 2 of his road starts. On the other side, you've got Hunter Green going for the Reds. He's 2-0 with earned run average of 0 with 17 strikeouts in 2 career appearances against the Giants. Active Giants just 6 for 45 against Hunter Green. I love the under in this one. It's probably going to go to 7.5, but right now, a lot of books it's at 8, so we're going to go ahead and go with under 8 in this game between the Reds and the Giants. Angels and the White Sox. We've got Yaseo Kikuchi here, who had a half and half season. I mean, he had a great end of the season when he went over to the Houston Astros. We got Sean Burke, who's going to be going for the White Sox. Looked promising at the end of last season, but right now, I mean, we've got minus 150 price. Um, it's really hard to trust the Angels, but I believe that they are going to be the play here. All right. All right, next we got Cleveland Guardians going up against the Kansas City Royals. Cole Reagan's going up against Tanner Bybee for the Cleveland Guardians. Kansas City minus 135 favorite. Cleveland plus 115 underdog. Bybee's looked better in spring. Take it for what it's worth. Still trust this Guardians bullpen more. They did lose two of their top bats, but I'm going to go ahead and back Cleveland here. I believe Cleveland is the play on opening day, plus 115. These two teams are going to play each other a lot. I'm going to go ahead and grab the dog here, and pretty much a 50-50 type matchup. Atlanta Braves season win total. I'm actually going to be on the under for that this season. We've got Chris Sale going up against Michael King. Not my favorite play on the board, but I think that this one is very, very going to be very competitive. And I am going to go ahead and back the Padres in the spot at plus 110 on opening day. Next, moving along, we got Twins and Cardinals, leaning on the Twins minus 120. Cubs and Diamondbacks. Got Justin Steele. Already has one game under his belt. Didn't look good in the spring. Didn't look good in Japan against the Dodgers. It was the Dodgers, but still, Zach Gallen's just been such a beast for the Arizona Diamondbacks. I like Arizona minus 135 in that spot. Let's see what else we've got for today. Tigers and the Dodgers. I like the Tigers run line minus 130. Tigers plus a half a run. So the Tigers have to at least be tied or better after the first five. Tarek Skubal, reigning American League Cy Young winner. Blake Snell wasn't sharp in his last spring training outing. Scubal's looked very sharp in spring training. Hard to trust the Tigers' bats, but through the first five, I think the Tigers are at least tied with the Dodgers. So give me the Tigers run line for the first five. And let's see, anything else? Sorry, some of these I went in a little bit more detail than others. Okay, I want to touch on all of them here. Okay, looking at the athletics, I guess the Oakland / Sacramento / soon to be Vegas Athletics taking on Seattle. Athletics plus 145, Seattle minus 175. I really don't want to lay that type of juice in a divisional game, but Severino, a little inconsistent. I do think the Athletics are going to be better than a lot of people expect. Gilbert, really strong at home last season. I'm not going to lay the run line the first game of the season with all the pitchers, rested. For what it's worth, it's not going to be one I'm going to personally play, but I believe Seattle minus 175 is the play. So plays for this video, some I like more than others. You can find out which ones I like the best by, subscribing all season long. Check out the link in the description for those. Plays for this video, we've got the Seattle Mariners money line minus 175, Arizona Diamondbacks money line minus 135, Minnesota Twins money line minus 120, San Diego Padres money line plus 110, Cleveland Guardians money line plus 115. Got the Los Angeles Angels money line minus 150. We've got under 8 in the game between the Reds and the Giants. We've got the Pittsburgh Pirates money line minus 155. Boston and Texas. You could go ahead and check that out over on the site if you like with a subscription. Going with the Washington Nationals plus 1.5 minus 120 and under 7 lean for the Phillies in the Nationals, we're going to go ahead and back the Toronto Blue Jays -110, the New York Yankees -155, the Detroit Tigers on the run line plus half a run -130, and the New York Mets +110. Remember, this is just the first game of the season. Manage your bankroll responsibly. I don't recommend wagering on all these games. If you do, do very, very small amounts. So if you go 0 for 12, you still live to fight another day. I know that that sounds crazy, right? But who would want to go 0 for 12? But if you're betting every game, there's going to be some good days, be some bad days. First game of the season for all teams. Very, very tough handicap. So, just trying to help you with some information, find a play or two that you like. You can follow Fade. It's all good. If you subscribe to this YouTube channel, I appreciate it more than anything. God bless, good luck, and let me know what your favorite plays are in the comments.